Hello there. So I don't have my video camera set up at the moment because I'm too lazy, but I wanted to show this is more of a personal thing. It's not a share thing, but if you do come across with it, yeah, this is my environment. So it's taken me a while um to realize that this is one of the very first blockouts that I've ever done, even though I've been doing computer graphics for so long. So I'm really happy with what I've done with this. It's meant to be a small fragment of a path. Are you walking on the mountains? So you're meant to like come out from here. It's like a cave kind of a thing, and then you've got this beautiful vista. So imagine here you've got a bit of a like lawn vista kind of terrain. I'm just gonna do it from far apart, a little bit like the thing that you have from The Legend of Zelda. You come out, you've got this beautiful vista here, and then here you have this little path, and then this part here, I will have it tall enough so you kind of just jump into the cliffs and kill yourself. But up there, you have a beautiful tree that sticks out into the horizon, kind of thing. So so this is the lighting holdout that I have. I might do a little bit of artificial bounce lighting around here. So this area is all nicely lit up. But this should be like a walk that you get from the side of a cliff canyon kind of a thing. And the way that I have blocked out some of these rocks here, there will be a part where yeah, all these side cliffs here that are sticking out, all these rocks, I might want to do them a little bit more intense or a little bit more sticking out. But in terms of my, because I've done this with the thumbnails. How do I say this? Like I've done it this with screenshots in mind. So all these steps in here, that will be all carved stone kind of a thing. Um, like you have these little steps, and the way that these are designed is they're going to be from all the people walking here. They're going to be lots of cracked indentations. Those over there, that's going to be little rocks. These are some side rocks out here as well. A big side rock there as well. This is meant to be a. Oh, I just found a gap there. Can I die? No, I cannot die yet. Okay, cool. These side things, these are meant to be chairs, so they're going to be essentially people that are resting here. So this is meant to be a rest area where people have done a huge walk in the between the canyons, and this is a religious thing. In here on the left, there are going to be some walk sticks and some paint. So just to give a bit of that sense of like this is a very religious thing. And then, yeah, there's going to be lots of like smoking, not smoking pipes, but maybe some incense, smoking kind of a thing. They're going to be like hanging out of there. Some flags and some religious sticks, kind of stuff like that as well. And these are going to be steps that are carved out of stone from a big stone themselves. There's going to be some bricks to hold the side wall there, kind of a thing for safety. Um, but yeah, the one thing that's missing here is a big tree that's sticking out from there. And so here you will have a little bit more of like chimes and bells and little things that are hanging out from these ritual people. Here there's going to be a big, massive flag that is standing up. So that's another thing that I want to block out as well. That goes upwards. But then here you have this really, really nice staircase that's all like full with rocks, and it looks very, very nice. And yeah, this is all that I want to do for this. But up here, yeah, this is where you can't see anymore, do anymore. Low. I need to block this area maybe as well with maybe something similar to what I've done here. Can you teleport or fly? So very similar to what I've done here, where you got like an invisible collision, but you can still see ahead. I might do something similar. So if you do decide to go around here and you go up here, then yeah, you reach here and there is like a fake another walk that looks like it keeps going part of the walk of the experience, but then it just blocks there and that's it. There's no more to see, right? It's just in case anybody wants to download and play this and explore it. Um, if I had lots of time, I wouldn't mind doing a character that's very simple, that looks like a traveler for the pilgrimage, and another 3 or 4 people that just sitting around, but they look like meta humans, kind of a thing, like just very simple meta humans. Maybe I can experiment and explore with that. But mainly just to feel a little bit of space. They're just chilling there, looking into the scenery, meditating, looking into the tree. Maybe there's someone here, um, bending on his knees, praying, and looking into the tree, and just make this a little bit more ceremonic. This part here, I want this to be like people have to walk around here, kind of a thing. Like they have to go around in a circle. So maybe I can block this area a bit more. But they walk around here. But then this part here is going to be a bit more sand, and a few more rocks, and then the tree grows out of here, looks out. So if we look, just to get out of this, let's have a look at the different thumbnails. So we got thumbnail number one, and I will look at these very often whenever I'm designing this environment. I've got thumbnail number one, and then I got beauty number two. So again, I'll be like whatever I change, the main one that's the most important is this one here. I don't care too much if maybe these rocks stick out a bit more for whatever reason to complement this one here. Like some of these bottom ones to stick out a bit more or something. But yeah, everything has to look excellent in this shot here. Excellent as well in this one. Okay. But then you also have this is more to showcase the painted walls and these rocks here, and maybe some of the stuff that's hanging out here, like all the mini props and stuff like that. But still, the tree has to be a little bit in shot there, but it's focusing a little bit more of this area here. Whereas then this is where we focus only on the rock and the tree, and so we can see a bit more of those tasty rock details that I'm sculpting there by hand. This is the part that I need to do I need to do a blockout again, so I'm going to delete this actual sculpt. I'm going to delete it from the project, and I'm just going to use very basic squares that are rounded edges, and I'm going to play this with shapes of different types. So I'm just going to do like maybe 4 or 5 different shapes, and I'm just going to play with this with the lighting so I can get an interesting composition within the rock itself. So it reads the lighting a specific way, and then I'll merge them, and then I'll do a little bit of painting on top, but trying to block some areas with like broad areas. And that means that the sculpting then will be a lot faster, and it's not going to be too noisy, because like you can see some of the areas here, maybe they're a little bit too noisy. So I just need to. It's interesting to see it here, because like you can tell sometimes less is more. Like if I overdo it, it's not going to show very much. Also, mega scans. Well, not mega scans. Sorry. This is a nanite mesh, and you can tell that even with nanite, the normals don't look really nice. It's like it's okay. So yeah, not nanite is the solution for everything. I think a proper bake will look a lot better than this, to be honest. So I'll test with that too. Then I always like to have a image that is portrait, even if it's just the one for the phone, because if I'm showing my portfolio on a phone, sometimes I like to zoom to that image and be like, oh, and this is like a full scale, like it takes the whole phone, and then that's always very impressive. So this is like the phone image. And the one that I'm not too sure that if I want to do or not is this one here. It will be the tree looking at this direction, but then you've got the cave looking that way. Um, but I'm not too sure how that's going to be. But if we go back to a regular perspective, so let's get out of this. So the camera, without me trying to, let's see if we can get this to a good speed. So the I think what I'm trying to have in terms of like cinematic, I want to start with something like this. Starts out and it goes like that very quickly. No, I think maybe it needs to start with a bit more of a like maybe something like that starts like this could be kind of nice. But I do also like the idea that it starts like this. A bit something a bit softer. It starts like that, and then but I think within 1 or 2 seconds it needs to see the rocks. So it goes like that. Okay, 1, 2, and then yeah, kicks in, goes out. Okay, 1, 2. Or maybe it can be like cuts. It can be like one cut, and then another cut can be like go like that around, and then another cut. It goes like this, like it's just to show the props, and then another cut that goes a bit more like back here. I mean, maybe the next cut could be like the tree, more of a still kind of a thing that stays like that, with the leaves fluttering and the smoke and some of the flags. And then another one can be more like, all right, maybe the staircase goes like that and it shows like that. And then it stops here with a tree. Maybe this part here needs a bit more work as well to make it a bit more mountainous or more cliff canyon-y. Um, but yeah, maybe the video can be the last priority. Anyways, 30 minutes, so I'm gonna stop here now. I'm gonna save this somewhere on YouTube so I can put this a link on my record. But yeah, man, I'm super happy with this. I'm super happy with this. I'm a little bit lost on what to do next though, because I'm so happy with this. I'm a little bit like I just want to savor this a little bit. I'm like, I'm so happy. I just I just want to sit with this. But I need to. I think I'm maybe gonna watch the videos a bit more, the tutorials, because I don't think I would have been able to do this without the video tutorials that I'm following from this guy called Thialgo. There is a step that he explains about. He does the blockout as one stage, but then after the blockout, the other stage that he's got is it's called the art blockout. And I think I'm more interested in knowing what that is. What is an art blockout? But um, I think I need to do a bit more of a library. Like this sitting guys there should be like one asset, one asset. So there should be like maybe 2 or 3 variations of the sitting things. And then these big rocks there kind of break it apart. So there could be like 1 and 2. So these two maybe can be like welded together somehow. But then I break it apart there, and then I can use those two same ones here and here, and then cut them. So then I only do like 2 parts, So there, that could be. Maybe I can start coloring some of this box so I can understand what assets are what. This guy's there. Um, Again, I should do like maybe 3 or 4 of those slabs that are unique. But everything else should be pretty tileable. So a lot of these surfaces here should be a tileable, for example, right, with some decals on top to camouflage it. Same with this floor here. All of this floor here should be tileables, and then just hide stuff with more things on top. Like all of this should be tileables as well. And then just hide it with more rockies, more raw rocks on top, just to like camouflage things a little bit and decals maybe. I need to figure out these rocks here. I think I should have maybe 4 or 5 variations of those rocks. This guy here, maybe do like a very long slab and then it repeats. Maybe I'm pretty sure I can do this in ZBrush, and then after that it repeats. Then I could maybe bend it a little bit, so you only do one big slab, and then it repeats, and it's like then it just repeats on one end. But then I can use that to put around, because I'm gonna need that same thing. Don't fall. So I'm gonna need that same here for this staircase here on the side. You see this part here? So maybe I can have a tileable that's just for the borders of the things like there as well. Maybe I can think of something. No, I will figure out. That could be really interesting if I could do that for those and one for this. If I could have a tileable as well for the seats. So then the border there, it kind of repeats without noticing it, because that could be quite interesting. But I could also do that with decals. I think there's a border decal technique that Thiago's got as well that perhaps I could copy. These rocks that are breaking apart, I could do like 3 or 4 variations as well. So I could start this, you know. Yeah, maybe I should just not overthink it and just do it and just have some fun and just break it into pieces. Anyways, I have bragged enough. Thank you so much. Bye.